In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the different coverages for long-term care insurance. Basically, the amount of coverage that a policy has is actually going to likely be different for different types of services. So if we're talking the amount of coverage for like a skilled nursing facility, that coverage would be different from what it would cover for home health care, what it might cover for like an assisted living facility. So coverages are typically going to be different depending upon the types of services that are involved. Um, and on top of that, there may well be limits on the amount that will be paid out by the long-term care insurance company, possibly by day, or possibly a limit per week, or maybe a limit per month. So that can vary from policy to policy. So that is something to pay attention to. For healthcare received at home, so home healthcare, in some cases, the payout for that is, or coverage for that is limited to some percentage of what the coverage would be for a skilled nursing care kind of situation. So you might have to kind of look at what the coverages are for skilled nursing care and then apply the appropriate percentage specified to determine what the coverages would be for home health care. Also, in order for the long-term care insurance company to ensure that they don't wind up sort of going broke, there are limits to the amount of benefits that'll be paid over the life of the policy. And so that's basically where you get sort of a maximum lifetime benefit, which could be the maximum amount that would be paid out. And that would be something to pay attention to as well, to ensure that the policy has a large enough maximum lifetime benefit that it's unlikely to be exceeded if you're counting on that is providing for your long-term care. There can also be typically some exclusions, some of which I have in some cases referenced before in prior videos. But one of them is for pre-existing conditions. So if a person has a pre-existing condition, then that's going to be excluded. Also, there are some interesting exclusions as it relates to mental and nervous disorders, with kind of the proviso that serious biologically based disorders are covered. So if you're thinking you're sort of the general, like Alzheimer's or something like that, that is obviously a biologically based disorder, that's going to be covered. But there could be certain other things that are considered sort of mental or nervous disorders that might not be covered. So some of those can be excluded. But if it's a serious biologically based disorder, then that's generally going to be covered. But there could be some others that might not. So that's worth paying attention to those exclusions. Also, care provided by family or loved ones doesn't count for the long-term care insurance policy. So those are going to be excluded. They're not going to pay for that. And that kind of makes sense at some level because they're sort of assuming that, that was sort of a family obligation kind of a thing. There can also be various state-specific exclusions of things that will not be covered for a long-term care kind of situation as well. But obviously that varies from state to state. So you have to review the exclusions specific to the state involved to know exactly what those are. Hopefully this brief little video helps. Thank you for watching and have a great day.